Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Occult Chronicles. In the last video, we explored all the backyard areas, killed quite a few creatures, and turned in even more quests. We are almost done with the house. We have this last aspect of the witch's quest to complete, and then the attic. The attic will have the robot in, which will let us complete Laszlo Benway's quest. I don't think it will give us any new ones. We then have to decide what we're doing with the mural on the wall in regards to the cultist shrine. And we'll make up our minds what we're doing after we carve ourselves up some cultists. And that was it's very professional, Tim, what you're doing already. Very professional. Keep that off. So let's start. Good morning, everyone. It's November 1st today. Hope you guys had a great Halloween. Hope you guys also remembered to put your lights back an hour. Lights back an hour? Put your clocks back an hour. If you are an American today, depending upon where you live, of course. Alright, so we're going to be using all our weaponry to help us win this, I suspect. Actually, we'll win this anyway without such, but we already have, because it looks like we had at least 2 aces in our hand, because we started with 2 extra points. We'll play the knight. 2 of swords. We have a 6. We'll play on that. 4 of cups. 6 of pentacles. A king of wands. A knight of wands. And another cups card. We won. Very good. 10 points over. It's what you always want to get because it gives you 7 draw. Remember that we are looking for an edge upgrade so I can finally start spending the rest of my tokens because I want to make sure that we actually have not broken the game, or that the game has not broken based on the things I currently have. Now, granted, the game hasn't been broken yet when, well, I've picked up quite a few edges and now more upgrades and stuff like that. But it didn't break when we had the Wand of Fire selected, so that's the only thing that I own which was modded, and that was working. Actually, that was the only thing. Well, that was the only thing that I've modded for the edges, and even then, the edge itself is not changed. The edge remains exactly the same as it was in the base game. I just allowed you to choose it when you took a talisman upgrade, depending on the talisman upgrade that you took. Another zombie. Good morning. All right, we have a 4 of pentacles and a 10 of wands scryed. Let's flip the 10 and take it with our knight. And then proceed to flip other cards. Let's use our flintlock. It chose the cups, which is what I wanted it to do. Hello, Queen of Wands. We have the King of Wands, a 10 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles to take that card. And we have 1. So we could just stop playing the game right now because we are over 10 points, but I like playing the game as much as I can. Because we have earned the privilege to do this. $30 points over. We have 1. Hoping for an edge upgrade from one of these fights. Alright, now, if I recall correctly, the succubus is on the other side of the mansion. Is that correct? There she is. Alright, so we should pass through the standard foyer. Let's get our butts over here. What's this one? Oh wow! We still have the gun paintings to do too. We didn't find the other painting, and he doesn't start the quest, so he must be in the attic, I suppose. Forgot all about him. The clock is still here as well. There might be another quest to go and visit the clock again. So what we'll do is we'll talk to the succubus. We'll side with her rather than the witches, and then we'll go up to the attic and clear the attic out of any quests. You sense a keen intelligence and almost infinite sorrow. It wants to talk with you. It wants to let you into your mind. It's a big risk. Even if you roll a 1 on those glasses of the old world, and of course we drew... Oh no, we drew a page of wands this time. Holy crap, we actually drew a page. We're going to still use our 7 on that 5 of wands. That lets us win the challenge. Our king takes a 2. We have no pentacle cards. That's not going to help us at all. Once you open the psychic invitation, it speaks directly into your mind. It was a risk, but you are glad you took it. It wants your help. You learn that the creature's name is Grace. She or it was once a Cenarian witch in the cult of the Horn God. She won't explain exactly what happened, but she has fled from her coven and does not wish to return. For now, she is protected by a ward that she has used to prevent her sisters from entering the mansion. She wants you to find her coven outside on the grounds of this estate and stop the ritual which they are performing. She will never be free of the Horned One, but this will give her some breathing room. Okay, let's do that. I like siding with Grace. I really liked the Planescape Torment game. And in particular, I liked all the characters, all the NPCs that would follow you. At least the ones that I took with me when I played the game. Now I think about it, there was 2 characters I did not get in my group. That I didn't bother even trying to take. Ignis didn't strike me as someone I wanted in my group. And Valihor, is that how you say his name? Only because you get him so late in the game, like very close to the end of it actually. You find him in, right, yeah, very, very close to the end of the game. You find him in, not Sigil, what's the name of that town? Coffee. I can't remember. I should know what it is called, too. Oh, well, let's move on, Tim. So, next step for us is the attic. Then, since we'll be over on the other side of the mansion, we'll climb back down and talk to the Coven, or rather destroy them. Then we'll come back up here, turn in Ben's quest, go back downstairs and do the painting, which we'll probably find upstairs. And if there's a clock link, we'll do that one as well. Alright, attic. I'm expecting the green slime up here as well. A locked door. Look at that chance to pick it. That's pretty bad. But thankfully we have an axe, so we can just chop it down. The only issue with having such a good card draw, by the way, and so many trick cards, is that you run the risk of being forced to use your Arcana cards on number cards, which give you less points. And even then, if you play all your hand card on the tricks, there might not be an open slot for your Arcana cards. So sometimes you have to be. In this case, this is not the case. You need to be very careful when you flip cards over, because if you think you're going to lose, you want to use an Arcana card a lot earlier than you might in the game, rather than using just your hand cards to place on tricks. In other words, like for example here, we finished placing all our hand cards, and we have 2 unmatched tricks: the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. This is fine. And if we were able to take all these, we could then use an Arcana card on the King to get ourselves quite a bit of points. But if we had Cups cards and I could still place them on these 2, there would be no empty tricks, no tricks that weren't matched. In which case, we're stuck with the result, unable to play an Arcana card to change the outcome. So it's important that you pay attention to that as you play the game. As you get further on in the game. There's an edge upgrade. Perfect. All of this for picking a lock. The game is not broken. Okay, good. So let's take Hyperborean Magus up a point. What does that do again? I just selected it. Oh, it was right over here, Tim. No, that wasn't. That was Music of the Spheres. Where is it? Whenever a spell type... Oh, okay, so now we can increase our... if we discard a card, when we use Hyperborean Lightning to raise the values of cards, our cards can be raised past number cards up to a knight in value. I think I will probably use our Sun Arcana card very soon. The next challenge I get where it would make sense, I really want a lot of points, I will probably use it. This way, all of my edges gain another +1. That would be very nice and powerful at this point. Blind fighting would increase by 1, so my cutlass and my axe would raise the value +2 more, plus the d6. We would minus by 3 the bullet costs of any guns that we fire. Our water talisman goes to 4% release chance. We would gain an additional 2 cards whenever we can use our sorcery cards during a challenge if we decide to use magic. Our cards can be bumped up to a queen through Hyperborean Magus. 2 cards are now scribed for Technique Perfectionist, and Sense Danger will let us scry 3 cards for all evade traps. So we will try to use that sun. And we found a trick. That's very good. Your instincts tell you that a ritual is being performed nearby. You get the feeling that it's deep below the mansion. Khufu Head. You have suspected that you were being followed for some time. When opportunity to confront your tail arises, you grab it. You can't believe your eyes at first. Standing alone in the gloom is one of the most bizarre creatures that you have ever seen. It seems to be wearing some type of pyramid hat on its head. It certainly does look dangerous. This creature looks like the product of some lunatic's nightmare of drug-fueled hallucinations. This is from the Silent Hill games, I think. I've never played any of the Silent Hill games, everyone. I've heard they're pretty good. At least the early ones. You struggle to maintain your sanity. All right, everyone. I'll be right back. I need to check the coffee maker because I might have left it on and I have no coffee in it. I don't want to burn the pot. Give me a second. Let me move you over here, table. Okay. Nope, it's off. I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee, but I'm having like 1 cup of it every like week and a half. If I have too much coffee, I get heart problems. Same thing if I drink too much soda during a day. Alright, so I didn't adjust this encounter at all, so we're going to go ahead and just carve it up. You decide to take the fight to the creature. Time to put it back to sleep. Oh, we should do this first. You observe the twisted creature and wonder how it can move around with that cumbersome thing hung over its head. You've heard stories about dream creatures manifesting in stalking locations where convergence of psychic energies happened. You remember a case that required odd agents to clean out an entire town, the Silent Mountain event of 1922. The good news is that this creature is not a ghost, and it can be hurt by conventional means. Alright, let's do it. We'll play the 10. I hope I can use my king on a different card. We have Pentacles cards. We have a King of Pentacles. Very nice. This ended up being a good hand for us. Let's fire the flintlock. We can still beat that 7 with an ace. I just have to kind of roll very high here. And that did it. Fine. We'll use our king. Darn it! I was holding on to it. I should have held on to it one more time. Alright, we won. Very good. The thing is amazingly quick and agile. You trade blows, but it is no match for you. Which reminds me, by the way, seeing all those experience points, it's time to level up our character for the final time, I suppose, and take all these upgrades. So first... Oh! Combat Edge. I actually want to save the game and back up the game. You should be fine, Tim. Keep going. So let's pick... Access where cards are drawn. Unveiled tricks are placed on the board. We don't really have to get more tricks on the board because we're as you can see, we're getting 10 almost every single time that we're in combat. That won't change very much when we go into the basement, so I don't need more tricks. I think I mentioned that earlier, that that's kind of a waste of a edge that you're taking if your combat is extremely high. We'll take Killer Instinct. X additional cards are drawn at the start of any combat challenge where X is a random number between 1 and the level of the edge. And I think that goes up to 4 or 3 in the base game. Four. Oh, it starts at 2. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this starts at 2 ranks in it, and it goes up to 4. So we get to draw between 1 or 2 cards at the moment with that. Time for another ranged edge. We don't need bullets because our flintlock doesn't... I don't need to worry about getting more bullets, finding more bullets, increasing the bullets amount from reward cards, because first off, the cultists seem to give us lots of bullets anyway, and we'll counter them wherever we go. And next, well, we don't need them. Our flintlock doesn't actually consume any bullets. We could take Rapid Shot, gain X additional uses of all pistol weapons at any combat challenge where X is level of the edge. I took, like, Mr. Chain Blue Lightning last time, didn't I? So I should probably choose that again to see if it messes us up. Darn, I really want other cards with her. Sharpshooter would be good too. That would increase the cards that I actually use. It's a shame at this point I don't have... Is there a card that actually lets me change my cards into face cards? I don't think there is. Like, is there something similar to that one Hyperborean Magus card, that edge that we have? I don't think there is. No, unfortunately there is not. I don't think there is for the combat cards. Oh, there is! There's Deadeye! Whenever a ranged weapon special ability is used, non-face cards can be bumped up to face cards. At level 1 up to a page, at level 2 up to a knight, level 3 up to a queen, level 4 up to a king. Let's take Deadeye. Granted, the awkward part about this is, well, it will let the pistol now target 10s. Actually, it would always target 10s anyway. It's just now that it will turn that 10 into a page. But I think this in the future will let me target... No, this will still target number cards, Tim. So no matter what, Deadeye could only give you up to a knight with your flintlock. That's not worth it. You would want even more points than that. So let's stick then with Mr. Chain Blue Lightning. If you possess at least 1 pistol card, X additional cards are drawn at the start of any combat challenge where X is the level of the edge. And what is that in the base game? One or 2 points. Okay. I think I had increased that to 3 or 4 when I had done the modding. We get another ranged edge here. Okay, that's interesting. Take Hyperborean Spell Edge next. We could target face cards to bump their values up or down. We already have one that lets us target, I think, number cards, bump them into face cards. Let's take Hyperborean Spellcraft. Gain X additional uses of all spells with a Hyperborean subtype and any challenges in which they're eligible for use where X level of the edge. So this will let me actually like convert tons of cards into pages if I want to use my Wither spell multiple times. We'll select that. We will grab... Roll 1 bone and select X and reveal non-face trick. So... You'll note that in both these cases, these are the same. I could swear this is the reason why the edge problem happens, but I didn't back up my save game anytime recently. Burst of Speed. Roll 1 bone. Oh, you want... yeah, I don't want Graceful Evasion. Roll 1 bone and then select X non-face cards in hand where X is number of cups rolled and bump the card values up plus Y, where Y is your cups attribute plus X. Then draw a card. Let's get Burst of Speed. There's another heroic defensive feat here. Let's grab another Trap Edge. And... I had Amazingly Agile last time. For any evade traps challenge, the value of any face card remaining in your hand is added to your trick taking score if you have X or fewer face cards remaining in your hand, or X level edge. Let's grab Amazingly Agile. And now I'm not going to take these quite yet, and I will back up my save file at this point. So I'll be right back, everyone. Okay, everyone, save file backed up. I'm still going to wait on selecting the last heroic feat, duck and roll, because I could swear that's the reason why we got the edge glitch last time. So I'm not going to select it, and I'm going to wait till we get an edge upgrade and see if what we've picked actually has affected us in any way. All right, so let's keep playing with what we got. The Mushroom Man is in here. We might as well step in and beat it. Oh, beat it up. It's not in here today. Attic room full of fungus. Not in here. There was a robot. Hello, ghost. Let's get her. That's it. That's the whole plan. Get her. We have wand cards. Only a single one at 2. Alright, let's see if our flintlock selected it. It did not. Let's use our axe on it. You know, I've been tempted in these physical challenges to change the game such that the challenges I've added for physical combat against spectral creatures are considered battles, not combat. You wouldn't be able to use your axe or dagger against a ghost in this case. You would just have to... all your guns, what have you, couldn't be used, but you could still probably use your sorceries if it came down to it. Because this... it does make these challenges maybe a little too easy. We have won the challenge. We got the over the target number. Everything else is just gravy. We got her good. Yes, we did. 3 courage. Very nice. So we are still down on quite a few. We don't have full courage on all my cards yet, and look how powerful we are. That's pretty rare. Normally I have full courage for all my courage cards at the moment. Thankfully, we have not needed to use them. Our heroic feats haven't needed to be used because our weaponry has been carrying the day so far. Once we're in the basement, you will see that change. It might also change up here once or twice. The floor suddenly collapses under your feet. The floor beneath your feet suddenly gives way without any warning. Is it rotten wood or a trap? You don't even have time to contemplate the question. You decide to fling yourself to the ledge that was created when the floor fell away, and then hold on and pull yourself up. Evade trap. Alright, so we see a Knight of Pentacles and a 9 of Swords up there. So we can win this challenge right now if we roll kind of even average, because we can use Calm Sidestep. Roll 1 bone, and then select a not revealed trick card and reveal it. If this card is a face card, then add 2 times X to your trick points taken score, where X is the number of cups rolled. Then draw a card. Actually, so we can use this on the Knight. I can hold off on that. We have only I have a 5 of Pentacles at the moment. Let's see if we can get lucky to spend it somewhere more efficient. I'll spend our Knight on that 4, even though I probably shouldn't do so. Queen of Cups. We have no Cups cards. King of Wands. Can give you the Ace, I suppose. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Another Cups card. 10 of Wands. And that lets us win the challenge. Alright, so let's flip the 9. Now we'll use our Calm Sidestep. We'll earn 6 points for doing that. And we drew, of course, a 2 of Pentacles. Absolute trash. This would let me bump the card values up in my hand, but I don't need them. We can only play 1 more card anyway, so there you go. And we win. You hit the edge hard with both elbows. It knocks the wind out of you, but you hold on and then pull yourself up. Maybe get an Aura of Luck from this? You see a strange mechanical man over near the far wall. Hunching slightly forward, it looks like it has been deactivated or run out of power somehow. You have heard stories about these things from the old hands at the Odd HQ. Robots, they were called. Apparently there have been attempts by several nefarious organizations to build armies of them to conquer the world. You decide to take the battery Benway gave you and swap it out with the depleted one attached to the robot. It looks like it will take a little strength to remove the battery from its socket, but follow Benway's instructions and it should be easy. Alright, we see a knight, and I don't have a means to take it. Hello, Queen of Cups. You can have our king. You find the compartment hatch that contains the battery pack and unscrew it. You carefully move the old one and plug in the new one. Simple as pie. The robot chirps in a mechanical voice, "No, will not return to master," and then it runs off down the hall. Alright, we do have to do this again. So we'll grab onto the edge. We see a 9 of swords. We have a 10. We'll take that now. I see a 7 of pentacles, and we'll use our page on that. Let's win the challenge. Oh, right, because we have 1 page left in our hand, so now that value is being added to our trick-taking score because of Amazingly Agile. We have no wand cards, so all those wand cards we're flipping doesn't help us whatsoever. Okay, that's nice. 13 points. Let's win the challenge. Alright, let's move on. The thing in the attic could be here. It is today. You smell death. Not the desiccated scent of moldering bones, but the smell of a slaughterhouse. Then you notice the bones littering the floor. It accompanies the realization that you are being watched. Suddenly, you hear the bones start to rattle, and a creature rises out from under them to stand in front of you. It's eldritch, and it is terrifying. Your eyes widen in disbelief as you look directly at the eldritch creature. You can feel an aura of evil radiating from it. We'll win with the 6. Let's see if we can get lucky with that knight of ours. Nope. You've seen and smelled things as bad as this. You remember your assignment in Borona when you stumbled upon a cannibalistic tribe celebrating their most recent victory. That smell never leaves you. The creature is a sorcerer of some ability. You can feel the energy flowing through it. Remember a briefing about a cult that worships eldritch creatures made of human bones. It seems to have set up its own little snack shop up here in the attic. The creature appears to be encased in some strange exoskeleton. It stands there watching you, waiting. The next move seems to be yours. So I think this time, let's go ahead and talk to it. You can feel an aura of evil emanating from it, but also a very keen intelligence. You decide to try and make contact before other alternatives are considered. Ooh, we did not draw any good cards from this. Maybe our Glasses of the Overworld will help us, though. Nope, not at all. Oh, it did. We drew a Knight of Cups, which is nice, but we didn't get that value down at all. Let's use Brilliant Insight as well. We roll 1 bone and then select a not revealed trick card and reveal it. If the revealed card is a non-faced card, then bump it down -X. After all cards have been bumped, then add X to your trick points taking score, where X is the number of wands rolled. Nice, we add 5 points. Let's just win the challenge. This card was reduced by 5 down to a 2. We'll go ahead and play a 6 to take it, and we have won this challenge. Very good. You've studied the Eldritch Scrolls of Skelos in the Odd Library and are familiar with several ways to communicate with such beings that do not require human sacrifices. It pays off now. The key was a reference you remembered from the lost languages of Pau. You speak with it and hear the story of the creatures of the bone yards of the abyssal plains. These eldritch things were once invaders of this dimension, becoming sorcerer kings in an age undreamed of on Earth. Their blood magic made them virtual gods. How the mighty have fallen. The creature claims to be Zathar, the high priest of Hyperborea that fell beneath the waves. It is trapped here in our dimension. It has a bargain for you. It sets its power in your sorceress blood, and with it, the ability to open a portal back to its world. It wants to take a small part of your energy from your blood. It claims it will gift you with a portion of its own power. Do you agree? Yes, let's do this. So, we'll say that Serenata Enowa is here to take revenge on the cult's leader. What's his name in Anachronox? Data. And she wants him dead beyond all means of... beyond your comprehension, she really wants him dead. And she is a Hyperborean magus, and she recognizes this thing as coming from Hyperborea, so she will lend some of her blood to it. You wonder whether an eldritch creature that lives in the pile of bones can be trusted. You decide to take the risk. You hope that you will not live to regret it. You offer the creature your neck so that it can take your blood, and from it some of your power. It's a physical test. We'll immediately use our king on the 3 that we saw. We'll use our page on the 6. That's very nice. And we win. The creature extends its proboscis and latches onto your neck. But you were prepared and a bit lucky. You turn the tables on the creature and draw energy from it. It howls in anger. The waiting game is obviously over, and it didn't like your response. It rears up, almost touching the ceiling, and lunges towards you. It smells like death, and it looks like death, with big ugly teeth. Okay, so we got an edge from that. We'll have to take a look at that after the battle. But at the moment, we're locked in combat. These creatures can be harmed by physical attacks, so you decide to make it hurt. We have a decent hand, some high number cards, 5 face cards also. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. So we should be okay. You know what? Let's use Hyperborean Lightning. Let's select the 6. Yep, which will convert our 8 into a cup, into a knight. And then we'll take that card, winning the challenge. We have a Knight of Pentacles as well. Wait. We have a Knight of Pentacles. Oh, wait, no, I don't understand. What happened here? Roll 1 bone and select a non-face card in your hand to discard, and then add the numerical value of that card to X random non-face cards of the same suit in hand. Where X number of pentacles rolled, then draw a card. Why is there a Knight of Pentacles on the board here? Why? If you're watching this and you know why I have a Knight of Pentacles in my hand and a Knight of Pentacles is on the board, please let me know, because this makes no sense to me. I didn't use any abilities that other than Hyperborean Lightning at the moment, and that wouldn't have affected the value of any non-flip-up card. Oh! Maybe my Tainted Blood is doing it. Hold on. Let's look at our edges. Where's Tainted Blood? Anytime you would lose sanity, there is a 10% chance that one of your spells will gain a charge, okay? No, that is not what happened. That's also not very good, but at least we might actually benefit from this a bit when we're finally down in the basement, given how tough the hard challenges will be. I don't understand why we have a Knight of Pentacles and one is on the board. It sounds to me like something we have is lowering maybe the value of a random face card by 1. I don't understand what it could be, though. Why is there a 9 here? We have a 9 in our hand. This doesn't make any sense. This is not making any sense to me. We have cards that are showing up on the trick table that we have in our hand. The only thing I can think of is that something is wrong with Hyperborean Lightning. What the heck? Why do I have 2 Knights of Swords now? Hyperborean Lightning. Roll 1 bone and select a non-face card in your hand to discard. And then add the numerical value of that card to X random non-face cards of the same suit in hand. That should have only affected our Cups card. But it's like I don't understand. I think Hyperborean Lightning is broken. I'm going with Hyperborean Lightning is broken. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So why now why there's multiple knights on now, multiple cards with the same value showing up. I don't understand. You won you battle the creature all over the room. The fight ranges across piles of bones. In the end, it can't endure the punishment that you dish out, and its physical body collapses to the floor. A Colt 45, a pistol. Okay, so we have a pistol, Colt 45. First off, it gives us stopping power, which is a okay challenge modifier. Any combat challenge we're in, this will show up, I believe. Is that right? Against combat encounters for a humanoid, animal, monster, undead, demon, eldritch, vampire, and mechanical, it reduces the target level by 1 single point. It gives us double tap, which is bump the card value down on a random revealed non-phase trick card by 3. I remember some of the commercials on TV for Colt 45, the beer, when I was growing up. It was my father's favorite one. So I'm thinking, everyone, we're just going to drop the cannonball. Let's actually just go ahead and discard this for 2 experience tokens. Yes, we'll discard it. That frees up some more inventory space. I'm not going to use the cannonball card. Let's get rid of it. Very small attic today. You feel your foot press down on the pressure plate and then hear the click as the tablets hit the pan of acid. A cloud of poisonous gas erupts from the floor beneath us. You roll out of the way of the poison cloud using your reflexes and instincts. So let's go ahead and use an Arcana card. We'll flip the Queen of Pentacles and we'll use the Sun. That lets us win the challenge, and I'm doing this because I want all of my edges to be leveled 1 point. You instinctively twist and roll to the side of the billowing cloud. Up to 4 luck now. Alright, so our edges all should have increased. Yep, we gain 1 point in blind fighting. Hyperborean music of the spheres has been maxed out. Water has gained 1. Our water cup's attuned. Sense danger has gone up 1. Hyperborean Magus has gone up 1. Technique Perfectionist has increased. Killer Instinct has gone up. Mr. Cheap Blue Lightning is now maxed. Okay, yeah, nice. Alright, very good. That means we also require less edge upgrades for the future. Oh, we only have 1 spider room today. Let's search this room first. 2 spiders look like they're in here, though. Maybe one's a spider and the other is the body in the webs. Your attention is drawn to an area of thick spider webs that cover the walls and ceiling. It strikes you as odd how strong the strands look. A sudden chill shoots down your spine as you realize that there is a human-like form cocooned within the web. That's when you see the movement and hear the distinctive chittering of the giant spiders. You have seen photographs of victims recovered from creatures like these. They are not pretty. If our character loses the game, it's going to be because of horror challenge failures once we're in the basement. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. We're not earning a lot of sanity either. We don't really need it, but we can utilize it. We only have 31 instead of 40 sanity. These creatures are scary by any standard measuring 4 or 5 feet across, but you've heard stories of much bigger ones. They are aggressive, and they will defend their territory and food. It's time for some bug hunting. You remember Razak, your old drill instructor at the Odd Academy. He always loved a good bug hunt. 2 kings, 3 kings, and a queen. We have a good hand. Lots of face cards. The number cards we have aren't very good. We have a 7 and a 6 and a 9. Then we have a 4, 3, and a 2. Actually, this is not a bad hand. So let's start by using Old Flintlock. Let me flipping cards. A 9 of Wands. We have a Page we'll use. 10 of Swords. We'll use our King there. 8 of Wands. I guess we'll use our King here. Ace of Wands. We can use our 2. Queen of Wands. I can't do anything about you. You give it a 5. Now that we've used a 7, we use our machete on it. Into an 8. Very good. 5 of Wands will give you the 4. We have an excuse to use the machete again. Page of Cups, you can get the King. And a 3 of Cups, you can get the 6. You almost feel bad for these things, but then you remember the body in the web. The body cocooned in the web has been dead for some time and mostly sucked dry. You can't determine whether it was a man or a woman. Ooh, not a good chance, but we'll take it. You decide to cut away some of the web that encapsulates the body and see if you can identify it or find anything that might help you. A good hand. High number cards. We have a King of Cups and a King of Pentacles. I have a few low cards as well, but that's still nice. We only have 5 tricks, though. You can be rewarded for this challenge with a swords item and bullets. That tends to be what you're going to end up getting. Couldn't use our King of Cups, and we're out of cards we can play. We still won the challenge. Let's see if we can get lucky and get the card, a wand card, that can be used here. And we did not. We picked up a 3 of Swords. Okay, we won. You cut away some of the web fibers, but they come off reluctantly. After a little effort, you can determine that the body was that of an adult male. He was dressed in some type of suit. Suddenly, a pocket of air opens up and some objects fall out. They might be of help. Okay, nope, just 4 bullets. We can't put them in the Colt 45, but even the Colt 45 doesn't actually cost bullets. It's ammo used 2 to 3, but our 1 edge makes it reduce the bullet costs by 3 of the guns that we fire, so we don't have to worry about bullets whatsoever. Hello, Bug Juice. You've heard the steps following you about 10 minutes ago. Whatever it was, it thought that it was being clever. The strange giggling that you heard was a dead giveaway that something was up. You turn quickly to confront it and are surprised to find it just in the act of tapping your shoulder. The creature is truly bizarre and almost comical, but horrifying all the same. This is Beetlejuice, right? The picture, at least, the name hints to that as well. But avoids copyright protection. Avoids the copyright on that name. It seems that you seem to have found it as it was in the act of tapping your shoulder. You struggle to maintain your sanity. A clown! Why did it have to be a clown? The creature seems to have an almost corporeal body, but is still a ghost. You can feel its psychokinetic energy radiating out from its ectoplasmic core. Without any need for a medium's trance, the ghost communicates with you. You are stunned as such a vocalization is almost unheard of. Welcome to the neighborhood. Name's Bug Juice. You want to play a game? Bug Juice will simply not stop talking, and he keeps tapping you on the shoulder whenever you turn to go. You want to play a game, huh? It starts to drive you crazy. So this is a tough challenge for us, but we're better off playing the game than trying to fight him. You have no idea what the game is, but the ghost keeps giggling about it. You decide to nail things down a bit. Bug Juice agrees to go away if you win and give you his most prized possession. But if you lose, you have to give up something you own and go on a little trip. You wonder what that means. We have a good hand. I see a King of Wands, a Knight of Cups, a Queen of Swords. We have at least 1 card from every type of suit as well. And we won the challenge. A Knight of Swords showed up. Our Queen of Swords can take it. Ace of Wands. I guess you have to get our King. Page of Swords. You get our 5. And we can use our other face card as well. You win the game. It's a stupid, silly game. The only joy you have is that you cheated, and the annoying ghost doesn't even realize it. You wish it bon voyage. Now, I don't know what Bug Juice gives you as a reward. It sounds like it should give you some sort of really special item, like an Arcana card, or maybe a weapon or something of the sort, or some item. But I don't recall ever winning an item from this encounter. Let's see if we get lucky today. Nope. Life and experience, okay. So that's the attic done. Let's head downstairs. We didn't find the other painting. Did we explore every inch of the second floor? I thought we did. Well, most of it, at least. Yeah, we did. Interesting. So the painting's second part didn't show up in the house. Well, while we're here, suppose we will first kill some cultists. Wow, we took every single trick card that showed up. 38 of... Well, we only needed 7. Poor cultists. Okay, so we're not getting any better stats than what we have. Let's go ahead and deface. We can use stopping power on defacing the mural. You decide that some things are better left unknown and certainly should never fall into the hands of agents of evil. You can surely figure out a way to make this mural unreadable. Just don't stare too closely at it as you do so. And we have 2 aces because I see 2 points already here. And we got a 9. Oh, is this a combat challenge? This is a combat challenge. Alright, well, let's use our flintlock. We'll then use our Colt 45. To lower that down to a 6. We'll then play our 5 on that, and then we'll use our machete. A 10, we can use you there. Another 10, we can use the knight there. Another 10, we can use our king there. 7 of swords, I don't think we have any more swords cards. We can't do anything about that. Hello, wand king, you can have that. Page can be used here. A 6. We have our machete use again. Play our 5. Alright, not bad. Victory. By quite a large margin. You steal your resolve and chip away at the plaster. At first you sense a sense of unease. Some weak incantation gnaws at your will, but you resist and soon chip away at the plaster until the dark knowledge is destroyed. Wheel of Justice, another pentacle. 100% release appear chance, 10% release chance. It's a earth one. This will show up then at spell or sorcery failures that we have. Can I right-click on one of these and discard it? I cannot. Okay. Alright, so that's it. So, I think what happened here is I think we should have done the mural and not killed the cultist sorcerer, and maybe that would allow us to interact with the secret tentacle shrine, because otherwise I don't know how to interact with that. Very rarely do I actually find the mural. Most of the time I don't get that. Or maybe perhaps I don't find it. Because most of the time I'm playing the game on story mode. We've seen Ace of Pentacles and a 2 of Cups up there, so we have no need to flip them quite yet. We destroyed the zombies again. How many skill tokens do we have? 47. Okay, I'm waiting till we get another edge upgrade before I go ahead and select the last 2 edges. Are they both edges? The feet and the edge. I'm going to wait a little bit. Alright, witches, it's time for us to fight you. The succubus gave you the words of power to use against them, but you prefer the good old-fashioned way. We have 1 ace in our hand. We have almost all the face cards for the wands, and we have a king of swords and knight of swords. So we should be victorious at this. What's our other cards? Let's use a whirlwind. Bump the card values up 5 on 5 random cards in hand, then draw a card. We drew another 10 of cups. A 8 of cups. We'll use our... Actually, let's use some more weaponry. Oh, we used the Colt right there. Let's use the old flintlock. Let's use the Colt again. Take that 2 of Cups with our 2 of Cups. Queen of Cups. We can't do anything about you. 10 of Pentacles. Uh-oh. We can't do anything about you normally, but we have an axe. Which becomes an 8. We'll need to do that again. Let's use the machete. Oops. Wrong card to use, Tim. Really wrong card to use. You meant to use your cutlass. Take that 10. 3 of Wands. I don't think we have any more wand. Oh, we do have a wand card. We'll take that as well. Now let's win the challenge. Thank goodness. We're not flipping over anything that we can use our face cards on. There we go. A knight showed up. Use the king on that 9 as well. We have another Pentacles card. We do. We'll play the 8. Okay, and we really decimated it. Your attack takes them by surprise, and before you know it, their corpses are flopping around like a cauldron, like... Wow. Are flopping around like cauldron... flopping around the cauldron like fish. You can feel the psychic confusion of the Horned God as its power fades away. I see you, mortal. I will find you. The World. We've seen the World before. That's basically a free Arcana card we can use without any concern about losing stats or having to give up some other passive ability for its use. And let's turn this quest in after we kill even more zombies. Let's play the 3. Targeted the 7. Go ahead and tear that down. I think the Colt's ability should let you target a card if it's 2 through 3 freaking bullets. It's quite an expensive cost for a card you can't actually... an ability that can't target a face card. We still decimated the zombies. So she was on the other side of the mansion. We'll stick to the first floor as we do this. We didn't find anything else that uses the clock either. So I think after we turn this in, we'll head to the basement and then we'll call the session. Yeah, we didn't find the other painting. I'm still going to leave these here. Maybe it's in the basement? You decide to tell Grace that her sisters have been dealt with and the cauldron destroyed. Grace sighs in relief. I can't believe that you have actually done it. I thought you a fool to even try. My curse remains, but I will not have to answer the Horned God's call for some time. She declares that with the Horned God's presence gone, she can now open a gate to return to the brothel of slaking intellectual lusts, and offers you a gift of gratitude for your help. Okay, not much there. But it's not like we really needed it anyway. Hello, ghost. Well, we have almost all the pentacle face cards. We must start using them. So, I think to speed this up, I will actually just stop playing cards once I'm 10 over the target number because there is no reason to go more than that. And we got 10 freaking courage. Which is enough to restore all... Now, all of my heroic feats are at full courage. Very nice. The basement. Where was the basement? Right across the hall. Alright, let's search this room, and then that will do it for us. No secret passages in the basement today. Okay, everyone, so we'll stop here. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back, we'll begin exploring the basement. This is it. Time to find out where the cultists are. The cultists have a hideout of one floor below this one. Alright, I'm babbling. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.